Please, no!
Hey! Oh! Let's go!
Diabetes.
All week long. Yeah, sorry about that. We weren't paying attention. Get it straight. All rise, order in the court. We're in Clayton County Magistrate Court 2. We got a full boat, including the Wormans.
I mean, a lot. The leader of the Wormans is ready to speak. I believe she's standing there with her mask down, rallying the troops.
Taco. You funny. Welcome, one and all. Let's do this. We got to jump into this because it's not even live. God damn it. I hate when
It was just live.
I swear to God it was. Give me just
preliminary exam hearing. You'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution.
Yes, sir.
People also waive their right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Preliminary examination having been waived, defendant is bound over to circuit court on the single count. Mr. Burkett, as to the arraignment.
We'll stand mute for the charge and waive any further reading of it.
All right. Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute, court will enter not guilty plea. Pretrial will be set for
August 16th.
I'm surprised Judge Simpson's allowing
August
all these
16th,
empty
2022,
cameras up here.
1:30 before Judge comes.
True.
Thank you very much.
All right. Bond will continue.
Have a good day, Judge.
You too. Court calls the case of the people versus Anna Lee Burgess.
Hamish Ganatra, First Assistant Prosecuting Attorney.
We've
for
seen
the
her
people.
before, ain't we?
Yeah,
Anal-
because
That's
the
anal
Anal
Lee.
Price on behalf of Annalee Burgess.
Annalee Burgess here.
anal
All right. What are we doing on these?
anal ease, I think they call it.
Uh-huh.
We've had some talk with the prosecutor. I think we're going to waive the preliminary exam and go on to circuit court, and then we've got a tentative agreement.
4 minutes.
But we need to figure out if we're going to take it.
Is
Okay, so
her
you're gonna waive
attorney on the
preliminary
International
examination
Space
and
Station?
resolve that up in
I
circuit
was
court.
thinking payphone.
Yes, sir.
All right, that's on both cases, Mr. Press.
Yes.
All right. Ms. Burgess, you've heard what your counsel's indicated?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you understand that a preliminary examination is a proceeding where the people would have to show by probable cause that the offenses alleged were committed and that you committed them.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand you'll not have that hearing and that you'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution.
Yes, Your Honor.
People also waive their right.
We do.
Oh, I
Preliminary
wish.
examination having been waived, defendant
don't,
is bound over to circuit court
broadcast
on the
anything.
2 counts in 5613 and the single count in the other matter 822. Mr. Price, as to the circuit court
Thank you,
arraignment,
Denise.
you waive formal reading,
Ah, the licks.
Yes, sir.
and your client stands mute to these charges.
Good guess, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
Oh!
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute, the court will enter a not
Good
guilty
guess,
plea.
sir.
Pre-trials in these matters we set for August 16th.
It's not the real one. He's in one of those
1:30
Aerosmith cover
before
bands.
Judge Conkey.
Yeah.
Bond will continue. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's Stephen
Thank you,
A.
Judge. Have a
Tyler.
wonderful day.
You too.
Next.
He's just passing them through, man. Like,
Court calls the case of the people versus Brandon Davis.
Rob Dowd on behalf of the people.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Joshua Williams appearing on behalf of defendant Brandon Davis.
Mr. Davis here.
He is. I just spoke with him.
is it safe?
He is not
Come
in our
back yet?
courtroom.
Yeah.
Mr. Davis. He is not checked in.
That was scary.
Understood.
Rude.
Texting him right now.
Oh, dare you!
No, whenever you get done passing it. Court calls case of the people versus Caleb Katana.
I
Just
wonder
wait
why
till I
Sarah
come-
only has 57 friends on
Good
Facebook.
afternoon, Your Honor. Elizabeth
Wait till I go to
Anderson,
her
Attorney General.
page. If you're over on
Good
Facebook,
afternoon,
all
Judge.
three of you, make sure you like
Elliot
this.
Brennan, on behalf of Mr. Atana.
Yes.
Hey, you're breaking up there a little bit, counsel. Is your client here?
I believe
Right
so. I
Caleb is right
texted him
there.
and said he was.
Yes, I'm
Hey,
here.
state,
Caleb Eaton.
all right. What are we doing on this case?
Could I speak to the prosecutor briefly on it, Your Honor? I think we might be able to work something out here.
Well, not today.
Not today.
Not today. You
Oh no,
annoying
Credence.
son of-
Take that off the screen. That's like that's somebody passed away.
That's the only post.
It's not a coffee
57
table.
friends.
It's not a
July 21st, 2022, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Thank you, Judge.
Damn. Judge said not today.
Not
With Ms.
today.
Apple, you gave her a phone number and an email address.
Oh, he
Yes.
was
Correct.
badass.
Is it okay with you if the court uses your phone and your email to have contact with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's the whole point of the channel.
Michigan Versus Shinovar.
You can go watch these by yourself. You know that, right?
There be an R in your email.
No,
Okay.
actually.
All right, just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
What do you think he did?
2240275 is the misdemeanor and
I was thinking domestic.
22F55597 is the felony. I've received a petition requesting a court-appointed lawyer. I will sign that. You may proceed when you're ready, Ms. Apple.
Thank you, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Hannah Apple appearing with and on behalf of Mr. Shinovar. I have reviewed both
No
of
relation
those
to Steve
complaints
Jobs,
with
just
him,
so you
so
know.
we will waive reading at this time and stay in mute.
All right, you may address bond when you're ready.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, we would be requesting a PR bond from Mr. Shinovar on both files. He is not on probation or parole. He did turn himself into the jail on these warrants today. Regarding, there's no objection to either no contact order in both matters. He has no reason to have contact with either individual.
There you go, Creed.
In the domestic
I can
violence
see that.
matter, he hasn't had
I
contact
can
with
see
that individual since the date of the incident. He did indicate to me that he, from June 3rd to June 15th, he was in the U of M psych ward and then was successfully completed a program for mental health at New Oakland immediately following that. The address, I noticed that there was the no go to listed to the address. He has said to me that that individual doesn't live there anymore. That's his address. He lives alone. And Celine, his mother, lives nearby, but she has
Sure
not
it's not on the same
been
property?
at that location
Come on.
since the date of this incident. So he would like to return
sure?
there if possible.
Him and his mom don't share the same
Okay,
acre.
Oh, she's coming in hot. She's about to say
Ms.
something.
Kim, how does your file say anything about that?
Your Honor, if I may just have a moment to check, I just
Yep.
was going through it to see.
Feel free. Let's hear the truth.
Your Honor, he was arrested for public defecation just 3 weeks ago.
Oh, I know what the felony part was. She didn't. I don't think she said.
But it seemed like all of it was something domestic with the no contact order.
Let's go with that
Yeah,
one,
from
Amy.
what I understand, as of June 17th, there's a note stating that she's no longer in the state.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. So there's no
Yeah.
relation to him being. permitted.
Yeah. What state is she in?
Okay, thank you.
Do you have an address for?
I need to find her now. Where could she be? Me finish. Crazy house. Be
Okay.
good.
Let's talk about the conditions in
I like
the
turtles.
felony first, because that's what I have pulled up on the computer.
Denise.
I'll give you a personal recognizance bond. You are not to have any contact with the alleged victim in this case, a person named Chun Shu Chung. You're not to go to 3236. What is that? What's 3236 Blewett? Is that a
Ching
resident?
Chu Charlie.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Do not go to 3236 Blewett in the city of Ann Arbor. any reason. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs, no firearms, weapons, or ammunition. Do not leave the
Sorry.
I like drugs.
I have a medical card because I have Crohn's disease. I have
Okay. Okay, if you have a medical card, you have permission to use medical marijuana.
Smoke
Does that
it
help
up,
you
bud.
out? That help you out with the pooping, or
Welcome. No criminal behavior, no assaultive behavior. Do not leave the state of Michigan without.
Your Honor, have chronic ingrown
Questions
toenails.
about that.
Can I
file?
please use my medical marijuana card?
Okay, did you want to waive or not, Ms. Apple?
Yes, Your Honor, we would agree to waive the time frame.
Okay, with a waiver of the time frame, the probable cause conference will be on August 25th. at
God bless.
9 a.m.
Bless you. Is there any way he can hit us with a flex?
Any questions about that?
please,
case?
yes, that would be great. Pike, you reminded me. Make sure to make plans if you're anywhere in the South this weekend, because it is gonna be a beautiful weekend.
Oh, look at that. Lovely weather.
On file number 2240275, you have a personal bond on that file also with the following conditions. 0088. You are not.
Do you put a
to
shirt on for that?
Contact with Lillian Peth. You are, no contact means you can't initiate contact with her.
Don't talk to Lillian.
But you can't reply if she contacts you. You can't use social media to talk to her.
I'm the only one that thinks Miss Apple has nice smelling
Don't
sweat.
look at her social media accounts. Don't post anything about her in yours. Don't
No,
have another person.
Her
deliver a
skin
message
looks like it's
from you.
nice.
I don't think I've
No
ever looked at a
alcohol, no
woman and thought
marijuana,
that in
no
my
illegal
life.
Drugs, no purchase or possession of firearms, weapons,
Think about it.
or ammunition.
Oh, we
Do
just
not
lost
leave
4
the
people. I'm sorry.
Michigan without permission of the court. No
Hey!
behavior, no assaultive behavior. Any questions about those?
Nice
bonds?
smelling sweat.
Yeah, not like stinky sweat
Okay,
like a
so for
guy.
this file, again, I will allow you to.
But he can smoke weed, Jay.
medical
And as we know,
marijuana.
that is the number one thing in life.
He said, "Thank you so much." We said you can have marijuana.
Yeah, he don't care about none. I didn't even talk to nobody. You give me my weed, I'm good to go.
Smoke it up, dude.
Right? That's
Just hear me out. Think about it. Come on.
Although Taco agrees.
So for
Thank
this
you,
file,
Taco.
the court date is in person. in the courthouse
Jay,
Chapel Road
call
in
back.
Saline. You have to appear in the courthouse.
So you watch way too much of the
July
shows.
27th at
Inside
9
jokes.
a.m. On Wednesday, July 27th. All right. At 9 a.m. That will be in the courthouse on Maple.
I gotta watch Mikey next time around just to see if he's sniffing people.
Okay,
Because
you'll
that's,
get a
that's
notice
disturbing. What you
to
just
your email on the felony.
Just
I
saying.
believe that the
Speaking
notice
of weed,
you from the jail. is
Mikey's
going
good to go
be the only
today.
Notice that you get for the
Nice smelling lady.
Okay.
my man.
So, any questions about that?
Well, why don't you talk to Jim?
Just as the PR bond mean I can leave by myself or does someone
Yeah,
have?
you don't have, nope, it means you don't need to pay any money. That's right.
Okay, cool.
Okay, one more thing. Did you find out what that other one is?
Maybe.
Okay, you have another file, a driving while license suspended, revoked, or denied case.
Mhm.
That's also in the Saline Court, and the pretrial for that is Tuesday, August 2nd over Zoom. Okay? So we'll make sure that that file has the contact information you gave me today.
Restraining order in the mail right now.
I can just hear
Good
Niner.
luck, you're all set. Thank
He's
you.
a pillar of the community. He has a podcast. It's a little bit racist, but he has a podcast. He enjoys Reddit and goes live on there a lot.
All the time.
You know,
What we have going on here? No clue.
we have the most disgusting colors in a. Oh, we got a lady friend coming in. Hang on, we'll go back to
Just a
that.
moment.
Please.
While we got a second, don't forget coming up Thirsty Thursday on We Got a Chase today, including some updates to one of I'm going to say it, the best chase, live chase in well over a year.
Absolutely.
Happened yesterday. We got a little update on that.
Yeah, that's gonna be it's gonna be tough to beat.
We got a an interview with the dude that was driving the truck that was ramming him too.
The vigilante.
Yeah. So that'll be.
What do you think she did, Creed? I'm going to go with the drugs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with theft. That doesn't mean that she's not on drugs.
Right.
The way that she is sitting so still leads me to believe that it's not a huge problem, just recreational. You know, she gets a little tired and nods off once in a while, you know, kind of thing.
She just needs to take care of a few things before she goes to bed. Public Defender Reed.
Please.
Heir to the Hiltons, sister of Perry.
Rich as a mofo.
Bond gives her a 2-star rating.
That's
All right, you're using the Delana Center post office box to collect your mail, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you gave Miss Reed an email and a phone number, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it okay with you if the court uses your email and your phone number to have contact with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we have 4 files here today.
Oh.
I don't believe there's been an arraignment.
Call that a double shot
them.
Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
That's my understanding as well.
City of
You guys are
Ypsilanti
so
versus
mean.
Helton,
Jesus
212-1091. Pittsfield Township versus Helton, 211-1129.
She spent some time in Jacksonville, North Carolina, by the way.
She tatted it up.
Helton, 211-1349. And
That ass been up on that stage at the Cavern one time or two.
I have received a petition requesting a court-appointed lawyer. I will sign that. You may proceed when you are ready, Ms. Reed.
Thank you. Sylvana Reed, Assistant Public Defender with and on behalf of Ms. Helton. We have reviewed the charges for all of these matters, and so we will waive a formal reading and stand mute.
Okay, let's
stayed
talk
home
about
for that.
On the felony first.
Oh, dude, that is so not
when
cool.
You're ready.
Thank you. I did review that.
So, damn it, you know, favorite show. You're right, and thank you. Actually, well, was he from the Godfather movie? Was he? Yeah.
Yes,
Godfather 2,
absolutely.
yeah, of course. Do you know where I like him most from? One of my favorite shows, Las Vegas. That he was on.
Never watched it
Las
once.
Vegas. It was a great show. I don't know why it was only on for.
A well-known ladies' man as well. He was fantastic in Misery.
Look at that real quick. It has nothing to do with court, but we'll. That's sad though.
He was no spring chicken.
82.
Yeah. He hung out at the Playboy Mansion a lot.
Did he?
A lot.
They
Good old
say.
Jimmy Cunn.
They say what happened?
Oh, Brian's song. That was we watched that in school. It was about a football. It's a true story about a football player and how he got sick and died. And,
oh shit! 5 seasons. That's a great. You've never seen that show?
Nah.
You should pull it up sometime. Watch that episode. It's actually pretty decent. Runs a casino and stuff. Pardon Nate. Oh, that's a sad one.
That is tough.
Yeah.
A true legend.
Going on here. So I'm ordering standard supervision at community corrections. You will need to report there tomorrow to begin getting the testing set up. Any
Nobody
questions
loves
about
that scratch and sniff show that they put on rock radio for some reason.
Hey, did you want to waive the time frames?
That shit. God, that was terrible. I think it's still around even.
Yes.
The waiver of the time frames, the probable cause conference will be on August 25th at 9 a.m. That will be over Zoom. Any questions about the felony case?
Yeah, no, ma'am.
Or that's just our page for now while we're being scolded and while they steal our money.
All right.
Don't bring it up. It makes Mikey mad. Nobody bring up Facebook anymore.
211349
I keep wanting to kick the
is
crap out of
a
Sarah, and
fraud
then
charge.
Mikey gets
Go
mad.
ahead when you're ready on that one.
Thank you. We have reviewed the complaint in that matter, so we will waive a formal reading and stand to meet.
Oh, really? Okay.
All right, I'll give you a personal bond on that matter as well. While you are on bond, you are not to go to,
Where can't she go? Walmart. Say it.
the Home Depot on.
Oh, I wouldn't. We would never have gotten that one.
No.
Never.
But-
Never.
Even though we've seen it a couple times, Home Depot.
Is that a long dad joke?
The trial for this case will be August 3rd, 2022 over Zoom. Any questions about that file?
No, ma'am.
I like to think so.
2121091.
Are we not going to hear any of
Is
the?
a possession of drug paraphernalia charge. Go ahead when you're ready.
We have reviewed the charges in this matter, so we will waive a formal reading and stand to meet.
Well, I guess we both did, didn't we?
That was a double whammy.
We
Yeah.
both won that one. It's a tie. Well, wait. There's
Court date will be July
two more.
27th
I said theft. You
at
said
9:30.
drugs.
The drugs, yeah. So
First
we
one
both-
was theft. Second drugs. Wait, I think we got two more.
Any questions on that file?
No, ma'am.
Might have a
I know you're
typer.
going to have a lot of dates, so you're just going to have
Or
to.
do we
make
miss
Ooh,
sure
she's
that you're
popular.
staying on top of that.
She have a
Okay.
lot of dates.
There just isn't another way for me to schedule.
Listen, that Chore Boy stuff's
And
expensive at the
2111129
Indian Rand gas station.
Is a possession of drug paraphernalia. Go ahead when you're ready.
Thank you. We've reviewed the charges in this matter, so we will waive a formal reading and stand to meet.
Okay, personal bond, no alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs.
Hey, I will come right back to this. I just want you to tell me what the hell is this on this guy's arm?
What?
And we'll schedule the court date for that one for
Which-
August 3rd
Oh,
also.
what the
Yeah.
right?
Thank you so much.
What is doing a puppet show?
Okay, you're welcome.
I thought he was building speaker boxes or something. He
Like-
brought one for the judge. It's on his arm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What is that? You might need to keep an eye out there and see when they come up to the.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's you put your hand in it. You know.
He's in the stockades.
I'm Stacy Hughes.
Hi, Stacy.
All right, I need a minute
Stacy.
with you. Just hang out in there for a second, okay?
Yeah,
Oh,
what do you
wait a
guys
minute.
think? Yeah, science project, Nigel. I can see that.
What is that?
That seems about the only thing that would make sense. That it's some sort of a. But you couldn't.
Why would you put a giant box on his arm?
Shit, Kay got it.
That's it.
That is really weird. Wait, is it only on one?
It's only on one arm. Yeah, that's his hand sticking out the end. His arm
they-
goes inside of it, and
Do
it's
they
like,
box cast now?
I'm not dealing with that.
It's his pet turtle.
I mean, to be that.
turtles.
Look at that guy loosening up behind him. He's limbering up to beat that
Oh, yeah.
dude's ass.
Oh, yeah. You don't like to see that when they get up and start moving around like that.
Oh, that'd be a fight. Yeah, what is that? Is this something that we should already know what it is or seen before? Are we that?
No, because I don't. I usually out of the 90 plus people that are in here, somebody would know.
It's like it looks heavy,
right,
but I'm sure it's
So
not.
come on back up. I've
It
gone
has
through
to
his
be
history. Actually,
something like that. Anyways, keep an eye on there. Well, let's watch one over here.
doing the
We'll-
same thing over and over. And I was actually the judge. I think I had him for a prelim, and I overrode
Oh.
the bond tonight and gave him a $30,000 bond, and he was able to get out. Back to the same thing. So, young man, nope, you're at risk to reoffend.
I think
You're not
Kay's
getting it. You're still having weapons.
idea
You're not
there.
supposed to carry a firearm. I put
Still, it's
special
like torture.
conditions. So, Ms. Alvarez, at this point, I'm inclined to agree that he's at risk to reoffend and a danger to society because he has almost 6 cases.
Ooh.
And I think he's a convicted felon. Does the state have any information about any convictions yet on him, or everything is just pending right now?
As
What's
far
going
as
on?
as far as what we can see, Your Honor, all the charges are pending.
All right, okay.
innocent until proven
6
guilty. By the way,
cases.
gave him an opportunity to get out on bond and
I mean, you can't
made
do
the
anything with
decision
that
not to
arm.
Comply with my request, which I'm
You
almost
got
sure I put
pee
shall not
or
carry for
feed yourself.
firearms while on bond. So in this
think he
case,
was caught,
punishment.
22-055452.
Vodka on the rocks.
So I'm looking through a bunch of pictures, and there are a lot of just casts and people in jail. I don't see anything, but I did just find this guy though.
Oh no!
Oh boy!
Oh great! I saw it coming from a mile away.
And of course, he was sniffing a 10-year-old boy. You want to know, sweet sweat. I wanted to know what it smelled like. Does it smell like honey? Does it smell like Cinnamon Toast Crunch? I wanted to know what that boy's.
I was saying apples would be like
But
flavor.
position 3 can come on up, Mr. Bolden. I'll be with him in just a moment. I have to put docket nights and docket. Let's see.
Get old cinder block arm up here next. I want to see him.
Could be. And caught a cookie jar.
I mean, I've never seen that. Stupid looking glasses.
Hey, baby. Hey, baby girl, you smell like a bowl of Apple Jacks. Is that just sweat? Smell like this beer. That's a massive English. That's French.
Could we get him a doctor in there to take care of that? I mean, what in the hell?
All right, sorry about that. Good afternoon, Mr. Bolden. Let's see, you're before the court under warrant 22W010432. The warrant alleges on July 6, 2022, you committed the offense of cruelty to child in the 2nd degree. Your attorneys had the opportunity to go over the charges with you. I believe actually the judge had handled this warrant. I have the background and I put here that the kids are currently transported to Eggleston and then picked up by Department of Family Children Services. They tried to reach the family members at the time I issued the warrant and they could not reach them. So there may be an update on the status in this case, but I do show that you have 4 cycles of criminal history, but no convictions. Ms. Alvarez, I'll hear from you, please.
Stephen.
Welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Bolden is 53 years old. He's a lifelong resident of Georgia, has been living in the same home for 3 years with his children. He has 3 children, and his wife, the mother of those children, and him are currently separated. So the oldest child stays with the mother, and the other 2 have been staying with him. He has steady employment with Bridge Commercial Real Estate. He's been working there for 3 years. He graduated from high school. He is a veteran, was in the Air Force for 10 years.
Maybe start with
Mr.
that.
Bolden doesn't have any violent criminal history, no FTAs.
Of course.
Your Honor.
Any Purple
So we're
Hearts?
asking for a UJR in his case.
It didn't work yesterday.
And if you're not inclined for a UJR, we're asking for a bond of $1,000 or less. I understand that the state may want to place some restrictions on his bond, and we are just asking if there are restrictions that he's able to be in contact with his wife about the children. He's very concerned to know where his children are at this time, and their whereabouts and things like that. And he has no clue about what's going on. So he wants to be in contact with his wife so that he can make sure that they are in her custody to, handle this. So, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Sorry, Miss Pretty. I don't know what happened. I just jumped to to defense, but that's okay. Go ahead, please.
Certainly.
All right.
As Your Honor has noted, these children were emotionally devastated as a result of the event that happened, and they are in DFAC's custody. DFAC's will be attempting to reach out to the defendant today while in jail to do an assessment. At this time, DFAC's is recommending that there is no contact with the children. And so the state is recommending bond in the amount of $5,000 and to follow the DFAC's recommendations and no contact outside of the DFAC safety plan. Nothing further from the state.
Okay,
She's
and I
gonna
agree
go
with that.
all
considering all the
five.
circumstances, two
All 5,000.
children. I'm inclined to agree that that's a reasonable bond considering the circumstances. So $5,000 regular bond, which means family members will have to post
Called
a
it.
little over 500. Special conditions will have no contact with your children.
Yeah, I
at
saw
all.
Mike was talking about that happening today.
Yeah, I saw Law Talk with Mike
And
was on.
so you have
Did
to
you watch,
have no contact with the minor children, with the exception of a defect
I think
safety
it was the
plan.
100
defects allows
where,
you.
I'm trying to think what it was. The guy, I'm trying to think which court it was. It was a great Law Talk with Mike though yesterday. Emily and I watched it. I'm trying to think about the guy was in for DV, and he got caught kind of like making kissy faces and stuff before it started. And apparently made a bunch of phone calls and everything. And of course, she's in love with him, and she comes on and says her part. But and then he starts going off. It was a really good one. But anyways, yeah, the Blandino thing, man, he had to see if that sucks if it wasn't very good though.
Grease and Wills, Creed. Grease and Wills.
We
yes,
grant
okay,
our,
thank you.
We lean on defects to guide us in the court. So if defect says you get visitation and things of that nature, then we'll let you know. So let's see. In this case,
where's that
just
big
give me
dude to
one
beat his
moment. I've got
ass?
to check some facts that I have in this case.
Funny live over here.
Uh-oh. Where'd the judge go? She just bounced on us.
Watch up at Percy. Watch right here. If I'm on it. Wait, let me rewind it. Let me see. It was funny, but it wasn't that funny. Come on. Judge Jason is like weird today. Lots of breaks.
Yeah, typically we don't take this many. Maybe bad breakup.
Over. Put your mask on.
This is true, Anthony.
God damn it.
Here comes old Cinderblock arm.
Oh, is he coming
I'm
up?
sorry, did he already sign the special conditions? I kind of missed that.
He's a son already, Judge.
Okay, I just signed this.
you
Everything's okay now. Let's see, that was 3. I'm doing 4. 22-053. 128.
I mean, everybody's got to be calm sometime, right? I remember that. Only 49 likes. Wow.
Isaiah Borgia, Mr. Borgia, you're before the court.
Let's go. Niner.
Hold on, because this is another one that I just handled, and I'm almost sure the detective took out 2 or 3 warrants on you. Have a seat. I'll call you back up.
Judge Jason having a real time.
Maybe not. Maybe this was just the one at Papa John's. Let me see.
Papa John's. Oh.
Let me tell
Better
you.
ingredients, better price.
No,
Papa
it's a
John's.
different one. Come on back up, Mr. Borgia. I think it's a different case.
It's emotional support, yes. If she doesn't speak on that thing on his arm.
All right. So in this case, you're charged under warrant 22W010188. You're charged with criminal attempt to commit an armed robbery.
Put that arm.
And then you're also charged with aggravated assault with the intent to rob on the victim in this case. Give me one moment to review this.
Armed robbery. You threatened to hit them with a cinder block if they didn't give you the monies. How do you plead? Yeah, he's a little cleaned up. I know you guys are talking about he's shaved. Yeah, he's got cleaned up.
And then so I'm showing that July 2nd, you also have an aggravated assault on the criminal intent to commit a felony, but we're not sure if that's the same charge. I think it is. I'm not sure. I'll let the state clarify. Ms. Pretty, do you show any additional criminal history?
Your Honor, no other criminal history is pulling up. I do see the July the 1st aggravated assault with intent to rob.
Yeah, that's this one, I think.
And then I see,
Ninder's glasses are so
attempted
huge
robbery,
now.
The criminal attempt. And so that's what I'm seeing in our record right now in regards to the defendant.
Okay. We
Hot
have an
take.
iPhone trying to join. Is anybody expecting a witness or something, or
Is it
a victim
Creed?
to testify?
I believe that may be someone in the COVID wing. One of my clients is in the COVID wing of the jail.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you.
Could be wrong though. But
The jail
All
has
right,
a
so,
COVID
Ms.
wing.
Pretty, what's your recommendation on bond on this case?
Right. And in light of the severity and nature of the
She's
charges
getting her nails
that are
did
pending,
right now.
and the facts as laid out in the warrants, the state is recommending $20,000 with the no contact.
20 biggins.
Okay, thank you. All right, Mr. Niner.
thank you, Judge. Mr. Borgia is a very young man. He is 17 years old, and he is a rising 12th grader. He has no criminal history, and
A rising
I was
what?
able to speak with him this morning and try to convey the severity of the situation he's found himself in. And I do think he understands how serious the situation is.
This is true.
It's his first time behind bars. And I don't know if you can see, he has got a cast on his arm, and I believe he's been in Grady for the last couple of days. So he, there's a very serious situation. He realizes how serious it is. And it's his first time ever being in this position.
It's cuter if it's pink.
He lives with his
Mavis.
parents. He just finished the 11th grade. It's summer break. So, we are dealing with a very young kid here.
Rising
And,
12th grader.
he will certainly come back to court. He, the warrants tell a story. He tells another story as it tends to go. So he is going to come back to court when the time is right and when we can really get into the evidence and all that. But right now, we got a 17-year-old kid who's badly hurt and is in.
Did he get hurt during the
jail. So I'm
commission of a
asking for you to
crime?
Consider a lower bond, given his lack of criminal history, his age, his health concerns, and consider a bond in the amount of $5,000.
Oof.
Okay, thank you.
She's gonna go right in the
Um,
middle. 10,000.
The criminal attempt to commit an armed robbery will be a $5,000 regular bond, but the warrant alleges that he repeatedly beat the victim with the weapon and pointed at him. So that one's going to be higher at $7,500. Total bond is $12,000.
I was so
500
close.
shall not possess a firearm while on bond and stay away from the victim. And give me one moment to pull all that together.
He's a rising cult leader.
Did we hear anything about if it's a cast?
It's a cast. Yes, Niner said it is a cast.
All right, so you're not to carry a firearm while you're on bond.
His arm
You
is
shouldn't carry
hurt.
a firearm at your age anyway. I know there's a lot of.
I'm guessing he
so you're
broke
to
his
stay away from
arm
the victim in this case. If you say anything to him, you could be rearrested.
hitting the guy.
And you shall not possess a firearm while on bond.
Mm.
Because there's no way he did it all this with one good arm. I'm saying he probably hurt his arm during commission of the
All right,
crime.
I have sign and say.
He's only 17. To me, that tells me we need to worry just a little bit more.
Oh, he's only 17.
Yeah. Rising 12th
Such
grade, just
conditions
finished
and
11th
bond have
grade.
been signed and saved.
Yes, Your Honor, he's on.
Okay,
G,
sounds
Stephen
good.
O'Neill.
G.
Michael.
Mm-hmm. Even pistol
All right,
whipped him.
Mr. Carmichael.
Pew pew whipped him.
Did I hear that right? 7,500.
For one, 5,000 for the other, so 12,500 to get out.
Oh, dude. Good luck with that.
Yeah, he does.
This is true.
Mm-hmm. No business with one.
Is she what is she waiting on? Are we going to get more? Is there any more charges?
No, they've done booked him on out the door.
Well, we got a second. TJ Reed, ladies and gentlemen, one of our favorite characters. I don't know what they're doing, but
supporters.
TJ's looking khaki and badass.
Always love when TJ Reed's on.
They're all welcome to come.
Hello, Lynn.
Lynn.
We pull those dividers in your courtroom.
Yeah, you got to wonder if he had a cast down. It might have clocked him.
Maybe he broke his arm.
He's kind of got a Niner stash going today, too.
It was long weekend, Creed. Yeah.
Good point. Well, things move a little slower.
All right, Miss Pretty.
Yes, Your Honor. You want the state to give our recommendation in this matter?
Yeah, this is from 2018. So I guess I'm trying to find out, I guess their attorneys may know, but his attorney may know. Is he just coming out of juvenile custody?
Your Honor, he's just coming out of prison. I don't believe he was in a juvenile facility.
I think his
okay.
people didn't show up. TJ
Okay.
just sit there
So this
waiting.
charge wasn't taken care of before he went to prison. Yes, Miss Pretty, what's the recommendation?
Your Honor, in light of the defendant's criminal history, he's on active probation, and in light of just a criminal history that has like or similar charges in it, the state is recommending a $10,000 bond at this time.
Okay, let me find out what his current status, because he's been incarcerated and that's 4 years ago. So let's hope that he's learned to do better in life and not go backwards while he's been in cut, because he was young. I kind of remember this case. He was really young at the time. But anyway, Ms. Cabrera Alvarez.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Carmichael is only 21 years old. He was born and raised here in Georgia, and has an address that he will be able to stay at if he's able to be released with his mother.
They say what he's
As
in on.
we've already stated, he was in custody. He has been since 2018, was just released
If this
on
is
parole
old,
and brought directly here
and he just came out of
afterwards
prison,
a few days ago.
and it's
While
not
in
something
custody, Mr. Carmichael was able to work doing.
So my understanding is he's been in for 4 years.
Right. Yeah, since he was 18. And
Even before that, from 2018, 4 years ago. And he's 21 now.
And if it's something stupid that he did back then, I'd clear it.
Because they're about to talk about how he's behaved while he's been in custody.
Doing landscaping. He did that for 13 months. He got his GED while he was in custody and participated in multiple classes, motivation for change, reentry skills, and moral recognition. As you stated, the incident is from 2018 and he is already on parole, has to comply with the conditions of that parole, which according to him includes monthly reports. After speaking with Mr. Carmichael, I can tell you, Your Honor, I do believe that he is motivated for change. So we are asking for a $5,000 bond in his case, given he's already on parole and has to comply with those conditions, and his recent release from prison.
Okay.
You want to give Miss Alvarez a moment to just get it out?
The allegations that he was party of those slider crimes.
Sounds
and
it.
man, you just imagine
Very
your
close to it.
mom, your sister, your auntie being at a gas station. I know you've been a while away, but just think about that. Like, what if it was my mom or my aunt and they're just trying to get gas and work hard and do the right thing, and some person just thinks it's okay to open their car door and go steal their items. It's awful. And so I hope you are aware and more sensitive and caring about humanity and decide to go out and do the right thing. It's totally up to you. You can go back to all those same people and do whatever it was, and you're going to go right back in prison, but you're losing the quality of your life. So I truly hope you're just out fresh. So we'll see how things are going to go. I'm going to give you a $3,000 regular bond, and
Damn, she
Again,
actually
you're
gave
not, you're on probation or parole and, or a combination of both soon to be. So I'll go ahead and grant a
Why could we not
$3,000
try
regular
him during the
bond,
4 years he
and I
was
truly
in?
hope that you have the opportunity and use the resources being given to turn your life around so you're not spending the rest of your life in prison.
Unless
as-
there's a
as
part
a
that
young
I'm
man.
missing.
She seems like she is not very convinced
Thank you, Your Honor.
that he won't be
Yeah.
back.
That was, I want to go over here. This is 46th Circuit Court with Judge Mertz.
You know, in the bunkhouse.
It's not his room, and I believe he's in a vehicle by the looks of the bouncing. that he's doing.
Delivery or
Ropes.
manufacture of methamphetamine.
I'm sorry, Judge, which case is the court called?
Josh McMillan.
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge. My apologies.
Wrong guy.
It's a guy in another plain white tee. Bring him up here. He opened a fresh pack this morning to come to court. Still got creases in it. The bunkhouse. Take him to the gallows.
Now, whatever happened to Fred?
Remember Fred? He used to come around. Whatever happened to that dude?
It's still gonna take 2 days, Judge. That next, we have 6 days.
Okay, Mr. Brown, do you agree that we could try this case in 2 days?
Definitely in 2 days, Your Honor.
Perfect time in 6.
Just early for the next show.
Okay, so we'll set this for a 2-day jury trial at the court's next available date. We'll set this for a final status conference 30 days
He
prior
is
to
bouncing.
trial date.
Maybe he's riding a horse.
Parties are free to file motions at any
Save a
time,
horse, ride a
but no
cowboy.
later-
You know, that's what I
must
would
be
say.
Filed and heard no later than
Maybe he's in a covered wagon.
conference.
Yeah.
Everyone across the plain.
No, and to the extent
He's,
that you want to consider any plea offers further, that final
Cosplaying the
status
Oregon
conference
Trail.
last day
That's it.
to enter a plea short of
He's
trial.
really into it.
Mr. Rolla, anything further on behalf of the people for
Uh,
scheduling?
Seriously, is it possible he doesn't have a chair and he's sitting on one of those balls? Blow up ball things? That's a thing.
He keeps messing with things, so I think he's moving his desk and the camera's sitting on the desk, so he's constantly moving shit. Can't leave things alone.
Personal earthquake.
Maybe it's hooked to his leg. I don't know.
All right, thank you. Mr. Brown, anything further for scheduling today?
My dad's brother.
Did he say that he
Larry
would be
Brown.
plead to
Yes, Carl
possession
Brown's brother.
as a third habitual or just straight possession? I
Well,
guess
that's how it
I'm-
started. His
that is not
his
the
brother
plea offer I
changed his name on Facebook to Larry Brown. That's why my dad did that. Effing hilarious.
That's
Been
great.
like that since then.
I love it. We use this old milk crate to hold these files.
Yes, I know. I saw that. Yes, is that great? Stolen from the Circle K out back. Yes, but it is.
Yeah, if Mr. Rolla could send me that offer, I believe I have a different offer from Mr.
Is he on a roller coaster? Is he really on vacation?
He's at SeaWorld.
But I'll be happy to send that plea offer once I've had a chance to look at it. Mr. Brown's
I mean, seriously, look at it. I mean, is it? It's
Offer today.
Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Hold on a second.
oh my god. Anyways, moving on over to SeaTac.
I'm finding failure to appear in the
Near the airport.
$5,000.
Near the airport, yes. Near the Ramada Inn, near the hotel that's near.
And he was
the
ordered to
airport.
update his address. So I think we're good. All right, thank you.
Wood Booger. I'm looking forward to catching up on that tonight.
So we'll just reconvene for score when you're ready.
Oh,
She said something
perfectly manscaped, huh?
Convene for school. Yeah, he's Matt here is a stud among studs. He's not even. He's talking to some girl. He's talking her up. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. Hey.
He's an attorney and a dentist. I feel like.
I just want to go over here because Steve Miller Band is here. I have no idea what's happening.
Keep on rocking me, baby.
Richard Weaver, fresh out of jail.
So everybody read something right now, please.
Eat some corn. Court reporter died a couple of weeks ago. Still working.
Judge Fry James is about to lay down the law.
Guess we're not doing anything over here either.
That's coming. He's winding up the band. You gotta wind Grandpa up.
Judge, you're still muted.
Oh,
Darren, thank you for the fake.
Yes, you are.
The fakest stars on the tube.
That would be me, Judge.
All right. Need Mr. Aguilar.
Christina
Aguilar.
Now, this is cause number 380-81149-2022, South State of Texas versus Ricardo Aguilar. Is that you, sir?
Yes, sir.
Damn, Robbie's iPhone got a
ready?
bigger cup than me. Did you see that?
Is the
Thing's
defendant ready?
huge.
We're ready, Judge.
Denise just stuffed her
First of all,
chicken.
Mr. Aguilar, you understand you have the right
know
to
what you're
testify
talking
in this
about, but
hearing
that's
if
funny.
you don't wish to.
You get out.
For the purpose of
You got
taking
OnlyFans for that?
Give up that right and testify at this time. Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
I guess.
Put your hand down.
If I
You
must.
understand you've got a right to have this case tried to a jury, and you have a right to face your accusers.
Yes, sir.
If you want to give up those rights, have me hear this matter right now without a jury. And
What do you
with
think
just
Michael's thinking
testifying.
about right now? Over
Yes,
there?
sir.
It's in
Have
deep
you had a
thought.
full opportunity to discuss this case with Ms. McClung?
He
Yes,
wants
sir.
to know what Matt's
Fully
doing over at
satisfied with what she's done
CTAC
for you.
right now.
Yes, sir.
You stand charged with
Where is
theft
Matt?
of
Do you
property
have
under
Matt?
$2,500.
No, Matt's
previous
gone.
convictions for
Matt's
theft,
gone. Damn it.
which is a state jail felony to be.
I'm
punished
over in protective
third-degree
order
felony.
court.
You
Yeah, I
have a
pulled that up
right to
earlier.
have
Nobody
the
was doing
indictment
anything.
In this case, be read to you.
They're chatting
You
now.
want your indictment
Let's
read
check that
to you.
out. That's it.
He continued yelling at me, and then I went into the bedroom and I closed the door. I didn't lock the door, but I just closed the door.
Nice. And then you went and grabbed the 9-volt
What
battery
happened
and
next?
didn't
Uh,
stuff
And
the
then he
chicken.
kicked a hole in the bedroom door.
Okay.
Stuff the
Did you
chicken
say
right
anything
now.
while he was doing that?
He was still screaming.
What, and then what happened after he kicked the hole in the door?
Then he entered the bedroom, and I'd actually gone into the bathroom,
That's-
and so he followed me into the bathroom.
that was
So
great.
is the bathroom you're referring to, is that
It's an
like a
ensuite.
bathroom?
Yes, ensuite bathroom.
Darren, I
That's-
wish he was in
So
today.
you had gone into the bathroom. What happened next?
but they
I
don't
actually went to
broadcast.
use the restroom, so I was sitting on the toilet.
Number one or
and
number
he
two?
got in my face,
Or
was
three?
screaming at me, and then he headbutted me multiple times.
While
While
on
you
the
were
toilet,
sitting
he
on
had
the toilet.
Correct.
How
He's
many
got a
times
head
do you
for
think
it.
he did that?
4.
And then what happened next?
Pooping?
I didn't say anything. I just looked at him, and then
Then
he looked at
in and said,
me
"Got a
and
shoe box,
kind of
no
backed
shoes in 'em?"
away. I think he realized that he had hurt me, but I didn't verbally express that because I was still in shock.
All right. So then what did you do next?
I finished using the bathroom, and I got up from the toilet and I washed my hands.
I don't have a bidet.
And
No
where was he
wiping,
at that
huh?
point?
He was still in the bathroom,
She didn't
just
even
looking
wipe.
at me.
It's crazy.
Judge, may I have permission to share my screen?
Why are we going to see the video of her pooping?
Might be see some injuries. She lost me at the headbutting on
So
the
Miss Monica,
crapper.
I'm going to
Weird.
show you what has been marked as evidence number 1. Do you see this picture?
Yes, I did.
What is this a picture of?
That was from him
didn't make it to
kicking
into the
our
bathroom
bedroom
with her?
door.
That's not as bad as I thought it was. I thought he
Inside
put
it
his
trying
foot
to
through it.
keep him out.
Correct.
Did you take this picture?
Yes, I did.
When did you take it?
I took this picture. I believe it was on June 3rd when I was moving my stuff out of the apartment. But he did kick the hole in the door on the night of May 6th.
All right.
And does this picture fairly and accurately depict the way that the door looked after he kicked it in?
If it's like any
Yeah.
other bathroom door,
Yes, there was no
you
other
could
damages
put
done to
your
the door
hand through
after
it
that night.
very
Have
easily.
has this been altered or changed in any way?
No.
Now offer states or applicants exhibit number 1, please.
Special effects.
I'm going to object on the basis of lack of foundation and proper authentication. We don't know when the picture was taken, in what manner it was taken, etc.
Court overrules, A1 is admitted.
Is that what you meant by stuffing the chicken?
You can stuff your chicken anytime you like. Now you're a member. It comes with benefits. Again, these doors are one, like, just back your big ass into it. You could probably
Yeah.
crack it like that.
If it wasn't a bathroom door and if her smoke detector wasn't chirping, I would listen even more.
But here's the thing, Creed. Do we have pictures of the toilet headbutting?
Permission to stop sharing my screen.
Probably
Yes, me.
Hey, girl.
Oh, Kara.
All right.
Somebody's got a DSLR
So-
camera.
After you were both there in the bathroom and he'd already headbutted you, what is the next thing that you remember happening?
Then I went back into the bedroom.
What did you do next?
At this point, I was trying to text my mom and tell her what was happening.
Because it was really big.
And
I
what
didn't wanna
happened when you were
put it down.
trying to do that?
Mom liked that sort of thing.
He's like, let's see
so
him.
I was
We
on
trade pictures. Of
one side of the bed. I was sitting at the edge of the bed and he was on the other side. He had exited the bathroom as well. And he he threw his body at me trying to, in attempts to get my phone. So he ended up headbutting me in the side, like in my side. And then
He
he
loves to
scratched my
headbutt.
face with one hand and was using the other hand to try to grab my phone.
Okay. So
He was raised by
were
sheep.
so at this point you were using your phone to
Okay,
text your mom,
1,000.
not your Apple Watch,
No.
is that right?
Correct.
Horns and
I was
and
gonna say maybe this
so
is
was
junkyard
he able to get
dog's
your phone away from you?
son or something.
No.
Oh,
So
the headbutt
after
people so much.
after he lunged at me and headbutted me in the side and was scratching my face, then I stood up from the bed.
Yeah.
And he was
What-
kind of like laying on the bed at
When
this
we call on
point.
the cops.
So I stood up and like moved away from the bed.
What happened next?
And then he got up from the bed.
Okay. Did he say anything to you at this point?
He was just yelling. He was still yelling and accusing me of cheating on him. And
Oh,
still just
no.
calling me like very disgusting names.
Well, were you?
Like,
And what happened?
Then I ended up sitting back down at the edge of the bed, and then he lifted the bed so I stood up because I didn't want to fall out of the bed, and then he
Lifted
dropped
the
it on the
bed.
ground.
And then he got mad when he saw my massager.
So do you mean like he lifted the whole bed or the furniture part or the mattress part? Can you
The
just
entire bed from the frame,
He turned into
from the
Hulk.
bed frame. So that included the mattress and the box spring.
Damn.
All right. And then what happened next?
And then at this point,
don't
I
have a
I
box
called
spring,
my
though.
mom on the
Good
phone.
mattress now from Amazon.
Did you tell,
It's
what
old
did you
school.
say to her at that point?
I told her that
I would
Mr.
ask.
Offer was behaving in an erratic manner.
That shit
and
crazy, I
told
believe,
her
was
that
the
I was
words I used,
trying to
Your
leave the
Honor.
apartment.
Did you feel like you
Let me
could
just
leave
get
the
this straight. This was a call to your mom or his mom?
To my mom.
Okay, keep going.
Dun, 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 dun.
Did you feel like you could leave the apartment safely at that point?
I was unsure, and I
Benefit
did
would
want
do
to
it
call the
really.
police, but I was
Have you ever?
You get
had
to
a
come and have dinner at Mikey's on Wednesdays.
Have you ever had a dream and you woke up and you've never been more happy in your entire life?
Yeah,
That's
one of
what it
those.
means
Yeah.
to be
yeah.
a member of our channel.
We send out candy and fruit baskets a lot. Omaha steaks for Christmas.
Christmas cards.
That's something we actually did.
We did that last year, and I'll do it again this year. I'm just gonna
Happy birthday.
head start.
TBH. Members only. We do a members only stream on Fridays that's tomorrow at 6:00 East, by the way. So you got a little over 24 hours. To think about it.
Creed sent me a video yesterday, by the way, that we were going to use it today, but it's so good. It's going to make it till tomorrow because it needs to be dissected. I've never seen somebody get interviewed during a DUI stop.
The old one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and it is Florida Friday, so that's
it is so dirty.
The other thing, though, that comes with membership is you get cool emojis like a McDonald's sign. Things. So.
Da. Creed Frank.
Plus, you're in a cool club, you know.
Yeah, there you go. And when you send money, it looks like that.
Yeah, and you get that little thing next to that $2 make you holla.
It'll look way cooler on your side.
That's true.
If I did call the police at that point, that he would become more violent. And so that's I called my mom and I was trying to communicate with her, like
called her mom like 6
was
times.
not acting appropriately.
Oh, no.
And I was hoping that she would call the police and notify the police that like something was going on in our apartment. He was screaming so loud and I told him like our neighbors can hear you, like you're screaming so loud. I was hoping maybe one of our neighbors would call the police because I felt unsafe to call the police myself. Also, as African-American people.
To object to a narrative.
I'm going to overrule it because it's about why she did what she did. So continue on.
Oh, okay. I want to hear this.
As African-American people, like dealing with the cops as African-American people, dealing with the cops is a very challenging situation. And there was actually an instance in the past where Mr. Offer was interacting with the cops and became very belligerent and violent and was almost arrested. So I was afraid
pause that real quick. I don't want to get too political here. Is she not saying that? Did it not sound like she was saying that she didn't want to call the cops because of the cops are bad?
And because she is of African American descent, she felt like she would not get a fair. She's had some raw run-ins with the bad cops.
But now she just twisted that around to where he was going after the cops. No,
yeah,
inciting the.
And I don't want to sound weird, but I thought Mr. Offer was black as well. So I mean, I'm kind of torn.
That was just weird how she just said that. I don't want to have a huge discussion about Happy Bird. If you are over on the main channel, Credence and Bishop Show, you should have a join button on there. And also I dropped a link. Unfortunately, on every single platform we're on, I accidentally did that.
Oh, it's all right. But if you look down below, there should be a join button. If you're on We Got a Case, you're going to have to move over to
Nigel. We can't explain it. I don't know. It's got to be my internet, and it's got to be during that time. I don't know. All the way through, not even flutters. We don't even have like little fluctuations there 99% of the time outside of We Got a Case. Chase. I don't know. Anyways, I don't like how she just said that. And I'm not going to get too into that, but I don't like how that, maybe she said that differently or wrong, but.
Let's see. Maybe she straightens this out.
Cops, he would do the same thing and potentially cause harm on himself and potentially me as well.
And so did all those things go through your mind as you're thinking about whether to leave, whether to escape?
Why do you care if he gets his ass beat?
Yes.
He just headbutted you 15 times.
Okay.
He Ultimate Warrior pressed the bed over his head.
What is the next thing that happened?
With you on it.
So I was packing up some of my stuff to leave the apartment at this point.
And then what happened?
He continued screaming at me, and while I was still on the phone with my mom at this point, and she also three-way called my older sister who lives in Dallas and told her that I was going to.
That would be hearsay. Court sustains. What other than Mr. Offer, what somebody tells somebody else outside of court is hearsay, Miss Monica. Just
Okay.
let,
Oh,
I'm just
oh,
explaining
it's
the rules.
magic.
Let your lawyer ask another question. Ms. McNeese, go ahead, please.
Judge, so Ms. Manika, just tell us, without saying what other people said, unless it's Mr. Offer, you can say what Mr.
Okay.
Offer said, but
Okay.
without saying what other people said, what happened next?
So I was packing up my stuff to go to my sister's apartment.
Then what happened?
He continued screaming at me, and at this point he said that he was going to strike me down with the wrath of God and he was going to destroy me.
Oh, well, now he's Jesus.
Had he ever said anything like that to you? in the past?
Is he very religious?
No, he had not.
And how did that make you feel when you heard it?
I was very afraid.
I'm pretty sure David's gonna have a
And
chance
you
to say
mentioned
something, right?
before
Oh yeah.
about your concerns that he was could hurt you or another
This is
person.
definitely like harassment
Um,
court.
Had he in the past
Very much so.
ever threatened to hurt himself?
To say it,
Yes.
but I love it.
Yes, he had. The incident that I was describing previously on April the 13th, he had said that he wanted to kill himself.
Okay.
Oh,
And
I'm
this
not
time he
laughing
was
at that.
saying
I'm
he wanted to
laughing at
strike you
Louisiana.
down
No.
with the wrath of God and destroy you. Did you take that to mean in a physical way?
Yes, I did.
Just tell him to F off, Tuco.
At some point, well, how did this whole incident wrap up?
I left the apartment. Yes, that was the end of the incident. I left the apartment.
Did you call the police to tell them what had happened?
Not that.
Brittany, you just being here, don't worry about that for reals.
You touched my heart with that one, Brittany. I had to pause it for a second. I was getting all clipped. You're awesome.
Wondering what your sweat smelled like, but still.
That's just natural human.
We but seriously, you being here, participating in the chat, talking with
Appreciate
us, trust me, it means
if you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. We're just glad you're here.
that's why we don't beg.
Not at that point.
When did you do it?
I called the police on Saturday, May 7th, and I asked them how I could file a police report.
Okay. Did you go forward with filing a police report?
Yes. So they told me either the police could come to where I was that same day, or I could go into the Dallas PD headquarters on Monday morning, which I did. So on Monday
Got it written
morning,
down,
on May
Peggy.
9th, I went to the Dallas Police Department to file a report.
Okay. But you had called to sort of get instructions on the 7th, the day after the incident.
Correct.
Did you hear from him or talk to him in any way after filing the police report?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Okay. When was that?
I heard from him on Monday. Actually, as I was leaving the police department, he asked me to come home.
Did he call you?
No, he texted me. Well, actually, he had called me and I did not pick up his phone calls. So then he texted me.
And he asked you to
Judge
come
kind of was
home.
like David
Yes.
Letterman.
Did you go home?
No, I did not.
What's the
Yeah, I can
when's
see
the
that.
next time that he reached out to you or you heard from him in any way?
Okay, let's just have a short restroom break, everybody. So let's take
Okay.
3 minutes, okay?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna blank
fine.
My screen while we do this.
I'll go out and
3
check
minutes,
traffic and weather
everybody.
together. We'll
He's
jump over
pinching.
to
He's
Cowlitz.
pinching it.
Yeah.
He's pinching
Yeah,
it.
he's got a turtle head to pop it.
pretty good, staying out of trouble for the last 4 or 5 years.
Guys, we got a restroom break. Take you over to Cowlitz for a moment. I'm gonna go check traffic and weather together. We'll be over here.
He's going to have.
That's right. We got Skylar, who also looks like
He does have a job. He's working
What's
to
her
support
name?
himself. He's indicated that he will appear, make all of his court appearances. He has a safe place to return to. Do not believe he's a danger to the community at this time. And additionally, he has agreed to check himself right into treatment.
Cameron Diaz.
Today, he understands that getting sober is his priority at this point, and he wants to get back on his feet, get back to work, and continue to make good choices in his life. So, understanding that he has some health history, he has had warrants in the past, we would be asking for release on his own recognizance today, Your Honor. Alternatively, if the court's not willing to do that, we would ask that bail be set in a nominal amount of $500. Thank you.
Hey, Texas Mama Bear, good to see you.
I've got serious concerns about a threat to the community. This is his fourth or fifth. He's got a pending one in Oregon. I also noted on the warrants, I noted that he's an extensive warrant history. And at first I thought, well, that's a fairly old warrant history. But then I also noticed that all those warrants were about the last time that he was in here. So it is current as far as those crimes are going. He had a lot of warrants where he had cases going on. I got some serious concerns. Mr. Gatlin, I don't know what's going on, but you have got to get a handle on this because this is not working for you. You know, and the alcohol or whatever is going on is just bringing you absolutely nothing but misery. And it's not going to get better until you get a handle on it and figure out what's going on.
I will check myself.
Well
in.
put.
Your
Well,
Honor.
you know what? You've had a lot of opportunities to do treatment, at least 4 or 5 DUIs, and it hasn't taken yet. So that's why this has to be different. But at
Judge
this
coming in
point,
hot.
yeah, under good conscience to let you out without some bail. So I'm going to set bail at $2,000. You're going to have to make bail. And in addition, if you get out, you are going to have to get an ignition interlock. And not only that, either one of two things. You either get an ignition interlock or you don't drive anymore. You surrender your right to drive. There's another form you can fill out. The other thing I'm going to tell you is that you're going to check into offender services twice a week so that I know that the community is safe, because you've got one going on in Oregon, it sounds like. Now you've got this going on, and it's dangerous. It's dangerous for you. So at this point,
really is.
you want to go ahead and set, do you want to go ahead and set a date within the jail in custody dates?
In custody dates, Your Honor, yes.
Okay.
This guy's been in a
Again,
lot of
I'm
trouble,
serious.
man.
If you get out and you post bail, then you have to go to offender services twice a week.
I'm not posting bail, Your Honor.
You're not going to bail?
No, I can't.
Okay. Then let's go ahead and let's set some in custody dates. His first in custody date is going to be
He's just gonna sit in
on
jail.
July 19th.
Mr. Handy Dandy.
The readiness is going to be on August 2nd.
Ooh, looks like we're gonna have a witness when we come back to our
Trial
court
would be on
for protective order.
August 19th.
Deep
It'll be August 19th, 9 o'clock in the morning in person. 7/19 is going to be in custody. 1 o'clock, unless he's in custody, then it would be at 11. And it's going to be via Zoom courtroom 5. Readiness is going to be August 2nd.
Who are all these?
It's going to be
Hold
9
on.
o'clock in the morning or 11 o'clock if he's in custody.
David,
Now-
yeah, I'm sorry. Hold on.
Okay. Assuming, and I don't,
All these
hold on.
people we're bringing in.
I pulled the wrong person.
I don't want you to say anything that is going to.
I'm trying to figure out why all these people are coming into our protective hearing.
But just for benefit of.
Yeah,
I
she
meant-
fell off. Yeah, Miss
I meant-
Davis, go back into the breakout room.
Sandra Davis is smart.
What do I do?
Click join.
You sit there.
It's not showing me.
Okay, let me do it again. Click join now.
It's not showing me. It's just saying protective order court
It
staff.
should say join breakout room.
Do I leave? Oh,
Yes,
okay. I
yes.
see it.
Percy's the older
Yeah, I guess
non-head
Miss- other
butting
lady fell off. She
brother
must have been
lookalike.
excused by Miss Archie.
Right. That's in
Probably.
jail right now that we just
Is Archie,
brought
are you there?
for a character witness.
Can somebody text Ms. Archie?
Somebody
did,
text me as Archie. Man, this guy's getting down later.
I don't know what's going on. I guess the storms have already started because I kept hearing something like loud thunder.
Oh yeah.
It's pouring now. I can hear it just beating outside.
By the way, the exchange between Flusha and Brittany is absolutely hilarious. When Who's Handsome comes in with this, it's
Oh, this
true.
is taking a long time.
You guys are too funny.
He's got the
Ms.
best
Archie, I need
food
you to
around.
come online, please.
You can tell he's ordering for one with what he orders. He's ordering for one. You can afford it.
her, Judge.
Ms.
I texted her.
McNeese, it's
Trying to get the
Alicia.
other
Can
attorney
you
back.
handle it?
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, they do that. Let's see what this
Bring to
woman's
retention, and I
in
think
for.
that you may already know this.
That might be who she was cheating on.
Because I think she just
awesome
got
if it was.
identical charges pretty
If
much.
that's not his
like the
brother,
other day.
I'd be very surprised.
So I don't know if that's going to make a difference. Obviously, if you want to resolve this, you're probably not.
Let me know. They're not going to do
put 'em
anything
in
until
the
that
same
attorney's
way.
back.
Yeah,
I
waiting for
don't
that
know
other
if
attorney to
anything
get
else
there.
potential.
And that would make sense. I didn't catch that.
Yeah,
but-
she just got another reckless endangerment. They were almost identical.
Is she coloring while they're talking about her?
Except this last one did a dangerous weapon, and it looks like dates are already scheduled.
She's painting
to,
for
7/7.
Skylar.
Well,
Another thing.
actually,
Every time I look at this,
that
it looks like
pretrial
it's a
was-
rebel flag.
That's what I think of too. If
This is
I fade away, it's because we're having crazy lightning strikes right now.
We know
We're
all.
back. We're back over here, Creed, but we're still swearing
much, you
in
may
Percy.
put your hand down. My understanding is that a reset is being asked for in your case. We are jammed up with this and another case. And because of the way jail procedures work, we've
Oh.
got to get you back where you're ready to go back to jail.
So he has nothing to do
Ms.
with this
Archie,
case.
join us. We're going to do the reset right now in the middle of this other case.
Boy, we really
Backed
And you
up.
are sending paperwork to me, are you, Ms. Archie?
You were wrong.
I just sent it to you actually.
So they're moving
I
on
got
to
it, so I
his.
sent, just since
No,
I
they're setting his
just
aside
got
so
it.
they
Okay,
can continue
so-
with this.
I'm
All
waiting
right.
for it to come up. Come on.
I saw it. Kimberly, is that the pictures going around with a very green look? We covered one of those things.
Okay, so,
Those are
And they were
Mr. Aston,
supposedly super rare, and now
Leslie
they have them.
Crawford, you understand that to reset the case, we are going to extend the protective order until the next hearing. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
And the reset date that has been worked out is July 21, 2022 at 12:30 in the afternoon. Does that date work for you?
Yes, sir.
And so I'm going to now talk to you about what's in the order, just to make sure you understand it. I want to say to begin with, you have a Fifth
Protective
Amendment
order.
right not to testify. Anything you say will be used against you. So don't blurt out anything about the facts. I'm only asking you about the order, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you understand that you've been ordered to not go within 500 feet of where Ms. Queensberry lives, where she works, or where she goes to school?
Yes, sir.
You understand you've been ordered to not commit family violence, assault, sexual assault, trafficking, anything like that against Ms. Queensberry.
Yes, sir.
You understand you've been ordered to not communicate directly or indirectly any harassing or threatening communication towards Ms. Queensberry, a member of her household, or her family.
Yes, sir.
You understand you've been ordered to not engage in any conduct directed towards Ms. Queensberry that a reasonable person would understand to harass, annoy, alarm, abuse, torment, or embarrass her.
Yes, sir.
And you understand that that would include social media stuff that you might post directed at her if a reasonable person
I
thought it
hate
might
you.
harass, annoy, alarm, abuse, torment, or embarrass her.
Shelley, I'm pretty
that
sure
would
this is
violate this order. Do you
Tejas.
understand that?
Yes, sir.
Great state.
All right. You
Lone
understand
Star.
you've been ordered to not possess a firearm, and a firearm includes a
I
handgun,
think that
rifle,
was every other
shotgun.
Facebook post
It
I saw
includes
yesterday.
black powder weapons, semi-automatic weapons, and it includes ammunition. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
And one caution I would give, do you understand that a
But I believe it.
violation of the
Crazy.
firearms specific, I know that a transfer and I think that possession in violation of this order may violate federal
Pull
statute.
down while they're
18
just
USC
talking about
922. I think it's
his stuff until we
G,
get back to this
and
protective.
it is
Who's
a
that behind her?
Federal felony, so you do not want to be anywhere near a firearm. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
What is that? A
All right.
giant speaker toward to
And
her
with
head?
that, anything else, Ms. Archie or Ms.
It has to
McNeese,
be.
you need to do? Otherwise,
And
I'm
I
gonna
thought
grant the
he
reset.
was like in a retail store setting.
Okay.
It looks
and
like you put the
pa-
little
I'll
hooks
sign
on
this,
there
and
to
then
hang
Oh, yeah,
stuff.
you're
he is
right.
going
Yeah, like
to be in the
pegboard.
holding
Uh-huh.
cell to get this. Is that right, Ms. Archie?
Yes, Sharon.
All right. So, Mr. Crawford, if you would wait there momentarily. This will get to
Happy
you so
bird,
much.
thank you.
See you on the
Thank you, thank
21st
you.
of July.
So I
Five
just got one
biggins.
question.
Yeah, go
Hallelujah,
ahead. What's
God
your
bless.
question, sir?
So I've been having a problem getting my medications here at the jail.
Yeah, see, we're dealing with Percy
And
now.
my attorney said
Mhm.
to
'Cause they're having to
ask
set aside
you
his
about that, to
actual
see if
They're
I could
fast
get
tracking him out of here so we can
reevaluated.
continue this
I've
case.
Already been evaluated by the doctors. They said they were gonna start giving me my medication, but they still haven't. They
Sounds
give
dope
me
sick.
some, but I'm a diabetic. And they
No.
haven't even given me my insulin since I've been here.
That's
We
They
did,
just-
Lynn, and
Very,
we're going to
very
do an
important,
update
but I'm sorry
at
to
the
tell you
end
that
or
I'm
towards
not
the
the judge of
end
your
of We
criminal
Got a Chase
case,
today.
so I don't have any, I don't govern what happens. I would urge you to bring it to the attention of, you have a lawyer, perhaps a public defender, or you have a lawyer?
No.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay.
He's in
I
between
would urge you to bring
classes.
it to the attention of your lawyer.
He's got
and
study
bring
hall.
it to the attention of the jail. You need your medicine. You should have your medicine.
Yes,
And
sir.
I don't know of any reasonable person who would want to
Mikey's
deprive
the one
you
that
of your
likes to
medicine.
sweat.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but there's nothing that I have to do with your incarceration. This is a civil proceeding regarding seeking to prevent violence,
I'm
okay?
just saying.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. I wish you the best.
Thank
Okay,
you.
all right. All right.
See you later, Percy.
I thought that sounded very familiar, Jay.
Yeah, it did seem like somebody we had seen prior to this.
Yeah, that chase was absolutely insane. We've also got an interview.
Let's get ready back on Ms.
Vigilante in the
Nick's case,
truck,
but hold on while I send
and a
this.
couple of news stories from yesterday's instant classic, we should
Thank
say,
you,
of a
Judge.
chase.
You bet you. Thank you.
Well, I wonder if I should even look.
And Ms. West, if this doesn't come through, would you tell me? Sometimes I can't tell. All right, let's go back on the record then in CV
I'm so sorry.
22-00327. We're back from break.
I'm so sorry.
With an interlude for proceedings in another case. I stopped Ms. McNeese nearly in mid-question, which if you can remember.
A
where
lot
we
of people
were.
were saying, Pamela, that he was trying to help her. No,
Thank you, Judge.
I don't think so at all.
So, Ms. Monica, I was asking you
They
about
trying to steal
your
her car.
interactions with Mr.
That's what I
Offer
thought.
after
Brittany,
you had
thank you.
filed the police
10 bones.
report.
Hell yeah.
And filed for protective order. You said he texted you.
And
wanting
I
to
like
come
garage
back
sales. Does
to the
that
house and
count?
You didn't. Were there any other interactions?
I want
yes.
to object to relevance here, Your Honor.
So I'm going to sustain, make it interactions related to propensity for violence.
Okay. So, Judge, can I just rephrase the question?
You can
Most
rephrase
of
the
the time,
question.
no, they're usually
Okay. So,
done at that point.
Ms. Monica, tell us about anything after you filed the police report and after you applied for the protective order regarding Mr. Offer's propensity for violence.
I'm going to object, Judge, on that question and assumes facts are not into evidence.
Okay, so on this Gary Hensley, this is from, what's her name, Tanice?
Ms. West? Thank you. Thank you. Sorry about that. I heard your objection, but can you
Oh, that
remind
was
me of it
him.
again? I'm sorry that I got distracted by the noise from, so sorry.
No problem, Judge. I just said that the question assumes facts not into evidence.
I'm going to overrule that. And the statute requires the state to prove likelihood of future violence. I call that propensity. So the court overrules, and you may answer the question, Ms. Monica.
Okay, so on May 23rd, Mr. Offer he called me 10 times harassing me, and then I didn't answer the phone calls, and he was also texting me, and I was fearful that he was going to come to my sister's apartment where I was staying at the time.
Okay. Had you at that point, when he was doing that, had you moved out of the apartment that you had shared together?
Not officially. I still had my
Barely
like
is.
the majority of my belongings in the apartment, but I had not been staying there since May 6th.
Okay.
Creek-
What
Also,
was it that
hallelujah,
he was saying to
Sentry,
you when he,
Centri Thompson bought us
contacted
some
you
coffee.
multiple times?
Thank you. We haven't had
Hell
coffee in
yeah.
a while.
He was just upset because
Thank
we had 2 cats, and I went and I picked up my cat.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay. Tell us what, do you believe that, well, what makes you worried for the future in terms of his violence?
So another thing that he did, it was on May 8th. So I had already contacted the police at this point, but I had not filed the police report. He started reaching out to my coworkers
Oh, Judge.
via social
Wake up.
media, and like making up lies. And he also reached out to like one of my managers.
I know. I probably
So
said that
I was
wrong.
afraid that he was going to show up at my job and try to either do harm to me or like do something at my job. And then even after I'd left, he continued to call and text me like in a harassing manner. So that's why I was afraid that even though I'd left, that like he still had the capacity to commit violence against me.
I don't know if I want to
Do
know
you
why
take
you're covered in
seriously the
fleas
threat
right
that he
now.
made to
Some things I just don't.
to
I don't need
strike
to
you
know.
down with the wrath of God and destroy you and ruin your life?
I do. And Your Honor, please let me know if this is not relevant, but he took my legal documents. I'm not a US citizen yet. And he took my passport, my green card, and my social security card.
Where's she
After I had
from?
left on the night of May the 6th, he took all of my like immigration documents.
I don't
And
recognize
so I
that
really did
accent.
believe that he would do anything in his power to try to either commit harm against me or in his words, destroy me and strike me down with the wrath of God.
By the way, if you're ever on
Now
Facebook
that
and
you
you
have
see
filed a police
C.
report and
Reed
proceeded with
Lowers,
this protective order,
he's having a bad
are you
day.
fearful about his retaliation against you?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And you've mentioned a few times during your testimony about his alcohol use and abuse. Do you believe, is that something that comes into play when you think about your fear about the future as well?
Yes, it does.
Judge, at this point, I'll pass the witness.
Did you ever get your documents back?
No, I did not. I did file a police report and I've had to apply to get a new green card.
By the way, real
and
dick
I'm
move taken
going
that.
through that
If
process.
he
Okay.
he
Ms.
allegedly
Corbett, your
took
turn.
that stuff,
Ms.
that's
Malika, you
bad.
wrote an affidavit, correct?
Stuff.
That's a
Back.
bad one.
And it's a
Especially right
sworn
now.
affidavit?
Yes, it is.
And you swore to tell the truth in that affidavit?
Yes, I did.
In that affidavit, you did not mention an alleged September 2021 incident?
No, when I spoke with the court liaison.
Objection, non-responsive, Your Honor.
Don't worry, Ms. Manika, just answer her question.
No, I did not include that in.
Yeah, David
the affidavit.
offered that as a suggestion.
You also
3
didn't
times.
mention an alleged May 23rd, 2022 incident.
That was after I'd already filed it.
To the form of the question, it's
Overrule.
Mm.
Keep going.
I haven't heard her say a or a boot
Let's go
yet.
through your
We're
affidavit.
at the cottage.
On April 13th, 2022, you claimed you caught Mr.
Or Tim
Offer
Hortons.
cheating.
Yeah.
And you confronted him about this alleged cheating?
Yes.
And you were angry when you confronted Mr. Offer?
No, I was very calm actually.
Wait, that he was cheating
When you
too?
testified that you were concerned?
Yes, I was concerned.
You felt betrayed by Mr. Offer?
Yes.
You felt hurt by Mr. Offer?
Yes, as any reasonable person would.
And so you desired to hurt him like he hurt you?
No, I did not.
You
I saw that
fabricated
coming
this
a mile away.
allegation, didn't you?
No, I did not.
So in other words, you went out and cheated.
Well,
'cause
you
thought he was-
provided no proof that Mr. Offer assaulted you, have you?
I'm sorry, what do you mean by that?
Are
It's
there
a
any
broken
pictures of
border.
any alleged abuse against you?
I did have pictures, but I did not submit them to the court because you could not.
Objection, non-responsive, Your Honor.
What, Amber?
Overrule, it is responsive. Continue and finish your answer, Ms. Manika.
I did have pictures that I shared with Miss McNeese and Miss Archie, but because you could not clearly see bruises or scratches in the pictures, they did not submit them to the court.
So these supposed pictures were not admitted into evidence today, correct?
No, they were not.
And there's no video of any
There's a reason.
of this alleged abuse entered into evidence today, correct?
Correct.
So you have no proof and evidence today that on April 13th, that Mr. Ofer backed you into a corner?
I have my testimony.
She's got one of those
You have
5-gallon
no
buckets of
proof that Mr.
mac
Ofer
and cheese
pressed
from
his
Costco.
forehead into
Down
your
her
forehead?
bunker.
I have my testimony.
You have no videos or photos, correct?
I mean, has
There
anybody
was
here
no video
ever been
evidence
headbutted?
of that, but I do have my testimony, which
You
I
get headbutted
I
several
have sworn
times.
that I am saying nothing but the truth.
Could have got busted open
Oh
You didn't
yeah,
present any corroborating witnesses today, did you?
pretty brutal.
the hard way.
No, I did not. Most of these occurrences happened when we were in the home alone, just the two of us.
So there are no corroborating witnesses who saw or
Yes,
heard you
two of
heard
us.
Mr. Ofer headbutt you, correct?
Correct. On the incidences in my declaration. That's correct.
And on April 13th, there's no corroborating witnesses who saw him back into a corner.
Sorry.
No, we
lightning.
were in the apartment, just the two of us.
And you testified that he headbutted you 3 times on
Thank you,
April
Brittany.
13th, correct?
Correct.
You didn't call the police at this point?
No, like I mentioned before, I was afraid to call the police.
And you didn't fear Mr. Offer because you continued the relationship with him.
No, I did not say that. I still did fear Mr. Offer.
But you
Yeah,
said
you continued the relationship with him.
I returned to the apartment, but we had discussions on
Objection
whether or not we would-
non-responsive, Your Honor.
Overruled. She's answering your question.
I did not detail this when Ms. McNeese was asking me questions, but we did have conversations on whether or not we would actually continue our relationship. And
You talked about that. I knew that was coming.
yes, yeah, so we talked about it, but it wasn't, I didn't outrightly say, we are back in a relationship, I'm dating you. I returned to my apartment
back in
because
the
I
same
lived
house
there.
though.
Okay, at this point, you are going on
Okay,
narrative.
sorry. Sorry.
It was a more complex answer than yes or no. Go ahead, Ms. Corbett.
You felt so betrayed that Mr. Ofer was texting another woman that you in fact hit him, didn't you?
No, I did not.
Wow, I heard that one.
You smashed his phone?
Jesus.
I did drop his phone on the ground. Yes, I did.
I think that was your fence falling down.
So you broke
That
his
could have
phone.
been.
And I replaced it.
And you dropped and broke his phone because you were angry about him texting another woman.
No, actually,
They kept me good.
at that point,
They don't
we were
even do
having a different
cheese.
conversation, and I was frustrated because he was saying hurtful things to me. So it was not because of him texting another woman.
I don't know if I
What phone
believe
did
that.
you break of his?
His iPhone. I didn't say I broke it. I said I dropped it
Take
on
a
the
little break and
ground.
walk around. Feel free.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm
talk
gonna get
about
off
the
these
alleged
headphones for a
incident on
second.
May 5th,
Yeah.
2022. Once again, you discovered that Mr. Offer was still communicating with another woman.
I'm sorry. What date did you
Loud boom
say?
booms.
May 5th, 2022.
Oh, okay.
And you discovered that he was still communicating with another woman?
I just saw a text message. That's all I said.
And so you discovered that he had been, according to you, dishonest again.
No, I didn't say that. I just said I saw a text message come through his phone and I asked him about it.
In your affidavit, you said that you confronted him about this text message.
I just asked him why. I said, why are you still talking to this person?
But in your affidavit, you used the word you confronted him, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I did use the word confront.
And you felt even more betrayed at this point because Mr. Ofer was still communicating with this woman.
No, I didn't feel betrayed. I was just confused because he had told me he was no longer speaking to this person.
You testified before that Mr. Offer was driving, correct?
He was.
And you confronted him while he was driving, both himself and you.
Yeah, and maybe that was too strong of a word to use in my declaration.
It's a sweat check.
I will say that the declaration was actually written by the court liaison. So these are my accounts to her, but they're not like direct. I did not like put these words on the paper.
Just so that we're clear, the court liaison is not involved. The court doesn't have liaisons. All I have, court reporter and court administrator. I think you're talking about a person who works for the district attorney's office.
Correct. So when I applied for the protection order, I worked with somebody and she actually wrote my declaration.
Her title might be court liaison. I have no idea, but I just want the record clear. It's not a person associated with the court.
Okay.
My
apologies, Your Honor.
That's all right. Keep going. I mean, that may be her title. I don't know what they call people. So, okay, go ahead.
You signed your name to this statement.
Yes, I did.
And you said that all of the contents in the affidavit were true.
Yes.
When you confronted Mr. Offer while he was driving, you didn't care about his or your safety, did you?
No, I did. And in my mind, confront is to bring up an issue. That's my understanding of the word confront. I brought up an issue. I was still concerned for our safety driving the vehicle. At this point, Mr. Offer,
fire safety,
and he was driving the vehicle.
I'm going to say objection. The witness is given a narrative, Your Honor.
Court will sustain at this point. Go ahead and ask your next question, Ms. Corbin.
In your affidavit that you signed your name to, you falsely claimed that Mr. Offer elbowed you, correct?
I did not falsely claim anything. He did elbow me in the vehicle.
No other driver saw this alleged incident?
Not that I'm aware of. I didn't speak to any other drivers.
She's suffering tons of abuse.
No, it was just the two of us.
Yeah.
No one called 911 on your behalf?
Ways.
Objection, speculation.
Headbutts, elbows.
Sustain. You can answer what you might know about that.
Not that I'm aware of.
Motion.
You didn't call 911?
Not at that point, no.
And again, you have no pictures of this alleged incident?
A lot of lightning strikes near the house. Sorry.
I did. No kidding.
I'm gonna have to
affidavit,
get
you
off.
claimed that
It's
Mr.
lightning
Offer
so close to
yanked
the
you out
house
of the
right now.
car.
So
I don't
Yes,
blame
he
you.
did.
We'll hang out.
And
for a
again, you
little bit,
provided
see
no
if we're,
corroborating witnesses of this allegation?
well, this is my
There was no one
feed.
else in the parking garage at the time.
Oh, that's
So-
right. Yeah, give me just a minute.
Okay.
Again, at this point, you didn't call the police?
No, I did not.
Well,
Do
I'll
we
tell you
send
what.
the link?
Let's
The truth
let's do
is,
this.
Miss Monica, you were angry because Miss Offer was still texting with another woman.
I never said I was angry.
Guys, only because we got to get ready for.
You were angry that Mr.
Space
Offer was
and we're doing
moving
something a
on
little
from the
bit special
relationship?
after that.
I never said I was
I'm gonna
angry.
go ahead. We'll cut this. I'm gonna give you the link.
Now let's go back to your affidavit. Later that day, you claimed
I'm gonna just pull that down for a second while you're talking. Yeah, that's the link. You guys go check it out. It's really, really bad here right now. It's lightning strikes.
Dallas County Protective Order Court. The link is in the chat, guys. We'll see you at 4:05 for Thirsty Thursday if Mikey's house is still there.
Yeah, it will be. It will be. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna cut all this stuff off too. So yeah, we'll see you guys real soon. We hope you've liked this video. If you haven't already done so, we appreciate all the donos, all the nice compliments. Yeah, we'll see you real soon. Bye now.
I've got balls of steel.